The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Tuesday, March 11th on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Rhythm. Yes, Rhythm is the leader in data-driven picks and props, and Rhythm is giving away a $250 future and throwing a big old March Madness party in Las Vegas, Nevada that you're invited to. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/party for all the details. Plus, compete against SGPN this March for a chance to win $75,000 in our SGPN Survivor. Yes, enter it at splashsports.com/SGPN. And we're also brought to you by us as well. SGPN, we're doing our free March Madness bracket competition, $2,000 for the winner. Sign up today at sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bracket. Get in on that action. We're just giving you free cash. And remember, as always, folks, too, let it ride.
Hey, this is Derek Stevens. I'm the owner of Circa Las Vegas. You're listening to SGPN. Let it ride.
Yes. Woo! Welcome to the college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Tuesday, March 11th. The games were fired tonight. Kind of ain't shit overall, but the games were fired tonight. They delivered, and it's 3 a.m. Nothing like starting a show at fucking 3 a.m. You know, I mean, this is one of those days. Yeah, it's 3 a.m. We got games starting early all day. We are fucking all the way in to March Madness. I mean, I feel like when you get days like this where it's just like the entire day, it's you know, this is heaven. This is the fucking scene in Field of Dreams. Is this heaven? No, it's Iowa. Is this heaven? No, it's March Madness. All right. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, that's fair. My name is Colby Database Dan, aka Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
I smoke and I drink and I don't have stress and I'm healthy.
I'm always healthy this time of year. Even when I'm dead, I'll be healthy. When games are going on, as long as we got March Madness injected into our veins. Fucking bury me in the goddamn, spread my ashes. Spread my ashes. Where are we going? I mean, a little bit of, I'd say, give me the SoCon championship, Mac. If I happen to get struck by lightning and die tomorrow, take my ashes, spread that shit at the SoCon championship, and pray for another flood, or pray that doesn't happen. But even if so, maybe it just scatters all across America. All right? And the whole world gets me. All right? I love the SoCon championship. It delivered again. I am joined by my co-host. He is the host of the Ryan and Rush show and also the college basketball experience pregame show. Check it out. We are rolling. Give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, Ryan McIntyre, a.k.a. Money Line Mac. How are you, brother?
Oh, I'm doing great. Hey, TV execs. See what happens when you put these mid-majors in spotlight windows? These games have been like this all year long. It just happened to finally get some notoriety and get some shine onto it. What a night, man.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight. I mean, I got several texts from people that aren't like hardcore college hoops fans. They're college hoops fans, but they're not like, there's like, these games are fire. They're absolute fire.
No doubt.
And they were. I mean, we just have a lot to talk about here. We have so much to talk about. because we only had 12 games, but man, some of these shits were fire.
And like 30 with how good
it really did. It really did. YouTube.com/the college experience. Get on over there, hit that like and subscribe button, folks. Shout out to Hutch B. There we go. Hey guys, you guys are awesome. Appreciate you guys and the team in the chat. Yeah, I mean, thank you. Appreciate you, man. It goes two-way street, brother. Out the gate, you win a lock battle, and the madness is already starting to get magical. One win away. The Blue Hens in Delaware, 82. Towson, 72. I'm sorry. How do you get Coach of the Year? This is why they should wait on that fucking award. And I'm not trying to throw shade, but you can't lose this game. You can't lose it by double digits. Delaware is a fucking wagon. Man.
They lost 11 out of their last 12 to end the year. Got blown out by 30 on senior day. They win 4 in a row, and none of it matters because they're 20 or 40 minutes away from going to March Madness. This is why this time of year is so fucking crazy. I mean, how do you lose 11 out of 12 and then you rip off 4 straight as a dog and you beat Towson by double digits? Delaware played out of their mind again today. They made every shot. I feel for Towson, man. They always come up short in this tournament, and this is just another example of them choking.
This is inexplainable to me.
Yeah.
I'm not saying he should be fired, but I'm just saying, like,
it's a gut punch.
This one is, I mean, it'd be different if this was Wilmington or even Charleston.
It's Delaware.
A team that came in 14 and 19. That's tough. But that's madness. And that's why we love this fucking sport. You know, I lost money on this, but I'll be honest, you know, this is my first losing day in a while, but regardless, part of it is fun. Like I lost the money, but I'm watching Delaware and I'm like, this is a great story. All right. Even the fact they're playing in this game, even if they lose tomorrow, it's a great story that they got this far. I'm here for it all, man. This is why the sports.
The last seed can go on a run in their tournament.
Oh, it's crazy how that would work, right? What a world, man. And March Madness. This is March Madness. A lot of people just tune in when the field of 68 start or the field of 64 start.
Yeah.
No, that shit starts weeks before that, man.
This is better than that.
It is. It really is. It really is, man. Especially when you mix in some of the crowds you get.
Yeah. Colby, I think tonight is extremely refreshing because like we didn't have any Power 5 games, and obviously the corporate BS has kind of ruined some of those leagues to a certain degree. Tonight was a throwback to what college basketball was, with old rivalries, old venues. It was fun tonight.
A lot of people hit the panic button on stuff. And I mean, look, I think if you go listen to like when the news first broke about the Big Ten rating the Pac-12 teams, you know, I think we dropped like a reaction show and I was pretty bleak, right? I was pretty bleak about stuff, but I truly believe like if the SEC and Big 12 or Big 10 ever split away, or even if the Power 5 split away, this would still take over the nation. If you did a 64 team tournament, tonight is proof. There's too many good basketball players out there. There's too many good basketball coaches out there. These games were all awesome. All of them. Like to me, like almost every game tonight was fucking fire. And if you did a tournament like that and you had just the Power 2 conferences doing a tournament, I think over a long haul, more people would subscribe to this because if it ever came to that, I don't think it will truly, because I think they know that this is just a gem. It's a perfect thing. You don't really need. I know they're trying to expand it, but still, it's still a perfect fucking thing. Giving the small person a chance or the small team, that is America. You know what I mean? Like, I like to think SGPN is America. You know, we started some shit in a garage in 2012 or 2011 where, you know, we had no idea what we were getting into. And, you know, we were just doing it to do it, like to talk sports. I didn't expect $1 from it. I didn't expect it to be in a spot where we had former players on that I idolized as a kid, or former coaches on that I idolized as a kid, to even yourself, who's someone that's worked with, been a part of a Final Four team. So, the little guy should always be invited in America. And, yeah, I even if all this shit happened, if the shit hit the fan and everything went, we'd still be fine. I mean, shit, I watched a lot of the D2 tournament last year. That shit was fire.
It was great. I mean, there's a lot of passion there.
Yeah. I mean, it's there. It's all there for you. So,
well, and Colby, a lot of those schools we've seen come up and have a lot of success. Tommy's, Queens, Bellarmine, and North Alabama. I mean, those were all Division
D2. Yeah.
Playing
UC San Diego. San Diego. Yeah.
The entire Drake team that is on Drake now.
Yeah. That's what's so great about it. They can try to corporate America can try to rip its hand through the sport all at once. Football, basketball, whatever you want to say. There's too many good like I was just looking at the NFL draft shit and I'm like, wow, okay, Shedeur Sanders, Cam Ward, Cam Scatteraboo, those are all FCS players. So your high price recruit, these are first round draft picks or second round draft picks, depending on what you believe. But it's just proof that the scouting departments are all fucking flawed as shit. And this is proof that the sport will always, there's too many good players and coaches. And to me, corporate America wishes it could grab its hand and just pluck the, top 40 teams and make it NFL or NBA 2.0. But even if it tried to, I do believe it would fail long term. Like, I believe there's too much good out there. Like we were thinking about this, and I know I'm jumping ahead, but the SoCon tournament, to me, I saw Norlander. Shout out to Matt Norlander, but he tweeted out like how this is the most criminally underrated. And I think it's at the point now where it's delivered so many times that I think I put it right there with like the Big East tournament. Like, yes, okay, you don't have national championship contenders, but the amount of great fucking basketball games you get.
Yeah.
It pound for pound, I think you can argue it as the best conference tournament, because every fucking game, like, it hits at like a 95% hit rate, where every game is just fire, and the fans are passionate about it, much like you see in the Big East or the old ACC, or maybe this year with the SEC or the Big 12. I will get to it, but I just think the sport is. I honestly think it's never been healthier. And that a lot of that has to do with the popularity of the sport of basketball, because you have so many good players. Drake took a team from D2 and just went 30-3, 29-3, whatever the fuck it was.
30-3.
I mean, I rest my case. All right. Shout out to Delaware. I can't wait to watch them tomorrow. We cashed on this one, man, but this was a fucking game too. Northwestern State 66, Corpus Christi 63. Woo. I mean, I thought Northwestern State was going to blow that lead for a second there. Your thoughts on these demons as they win 66-63 and carry on?
Ricky Cabrera, baby, gets him to the house money game. I mean, they've clinched a winning season now, and you play McNeese, and it's a house money game if you win. I mean, it's an unbelievable story. Winning as a 15-point dog. If you lose, I mean, you lost to a Power 5 team, so they win a big game. I was surprised that they were a dog last night. I mean, I think both of me and you, and that's why we locked them up.
Stood out from the start, but I mean,
how about that three the kid made? I mean, he elected not to run out the clock. I go, that better fucking go in.
Oh my God, dude.
It's just crazy shit happens this time of year that my guy's little kid is all over the internet with his videos, and it's just it was a great game. The Southland delivered. The other game delivered in the Southland. Those games kind of got brushed under the radar because they were on the plus versus the Horizon CAA.
Yeah.
SoCon, but those two games were electric.
Fire, man. Everything was hitting, man. Shout out to Jack Sprunger, says he gives us $5. Watching for 1 month, up 1K. You guys got a fan for life. Appreciate you, Jack, man. I think you'll dig it. I don't know if you're a college football or college baseball fan and just any other sport, but we got you covered with the college experience on all those, everything college, and then even every other sport at SGPN. So check us out, man. And I appreciate you donating $5 and just coming in to say that. So thank you. Okay, man, we got to talk about a lot of stuff here, man. Shout out to Matt Dix. D2 is great. It is.
This may have been the best day of the season. I'm not even lying. And just in terms of like quality, because I like that we weren't having to watch 10 games at once too. It was like 4 or 5 and you actually could dial more into the game.
Yeah. This one here, man, is it's crazy. I mean, if you got the picks page, SGPN, sportsgamblingpodcast.com, or the SGPN app, you get access to all of our picks. I locked up Oakland plus 3.5, plus 3.5 over there. But I'm going to be flat honest with you. I only bet the fucking money line. And I don't know how we lost this, honestly.
I got 3. Don't worry. I got 3. So I ended up pushing this goddamn game. They were up 11 in the second half.
Dude, with a minute left, we had a 5-point lead in regulation. Robert Morris has a fucking, there's no way the Horizon goes 1 seeds back-to-back years. No way. This. I can't believe they only scored 2 points in overtime too. What are we doing here? I know the great Noah Beanick was at this game. Shout out to him. And wow, I mean, I can't believe I lost this game. Like I'd make that same bet tomorrow. Your thoughts, Greg Campy? Obviously had a timeout situation that was a little.
He got cute.
Yeah.
All right. So there's two options to the play, and I know it looks like Campy fucking drew up a shit play. The shooter sets the back screen for the lob. If the lob's not there, you don't have to throw the lob. The fucking guy threw it and it got intercepted. And then the guy that's setting the back screen is supposed to get a screen. They never got to that because the inbounder threw the fucking lob. He should have waited and he could have got the guy off the down screen. And then they could have played or got up a shot with 3 seconds. But I don't know. I've seen Campy run that before and it's worked. It kind of felt cute. I think a lot of people got that vibe. Disappointing. Disappointing that they blew this. They were up 13 with 15 minutes left. And Bob Morris got the magic, man. Bob Morris has some magic in that fight. I mean, they're like 26-7 ATS this year.
It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. One of the best stories in college hoops this year. Then lock battle win for you. In my opinion, the announcer is responsible for the jinx because Furman took, I think it was an 83-77 lead with about
2 minutes.
And he brings out like a nugget on the coach telling them that they're it's a gut check game and there's going to be a point where, and he basically just said, like almost made it seem like the game was over. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, announcer? Don't you say this. All right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm like, what? I had a feeling right then. I was just like, I'm fucked. But this game was awesome. I actually think, to me, I know this game didn't go to overtime, wasn't a buzzer beater, but man, the back and forth and the fan base is involved with this.
This is an underrated rivalry, man. And we talked about it last night. I heard the announcers right away when the game started. They said Duke, Carolina of the SoCon. And I don't think that's it exactly. Those schools fucking hate each other.
That tournament is so good. How many years in a row? I feel like it's like 15 years in a row of just epic battles. This was like I said, we've had buzzer beaters in this conference championship and conference tournament a bunch of years, but this one wasn't that. It didn't even have supply one. I don't think the whole tournament, but this was just like a heavyweight fight. It was like back and forth of like this. 7-0 run. Oh, fuck you. 8-0 run. Oh, fuck you. 7-0 run. And it was just awesome. It was just awesome. Despite losing, I lost money on this.
Furman was the producer play of the day, by the way. Everybody had Furman.
Dude, I honestly, I don't know. I have a lot of problems with the final 3 to 4 possessions. Was it PJ Smith? Dude, you got to fucking pass the ball.
Yeah,
two of those possessions, he held the ball the entire fucking clock. Get some fucking movement going, man. And I mean, credit to Wofford. They deserve to win the game because they made the plays, but like, I was very surprised. There was zero execution really. And I don't know that they might've been something. Guys came up to set picks, but I mean, and he scored 27 points. So it's hard to shit on the guy, but I'm saying like, you got to pass the ball. One time underneath the basket, he had the guy open on the wing. And I'm like, dude, you end up with a low percentage shot because you didn't rotate the fucking ball. You played too much me ball at the end of the fucking game. And I really believe that's why they only got 2 points in the final 2 minutes of the game. Irritating, but I mean, Wofford, what a fucking game. What a gut check too. When that momentum was going against you with 2 minutes left.
Well, do you remember how they lost the lead? The 1-3-1 of Furman turned over Wofford like 6 straight possessions. They just kept throwing it to him. I was like, yo, can you stop turning this shit over? It was like 6 possessions in a row, or 6 out of 7. They were just like, they threw it to the top guy. It was like
the game was awesome.
That game was on crack.
I texted
unbelievable.
I texted NC Nick this, or he texted me this, and then I know me and you were talking about this. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. I don't think I'll miss a SoCon tournament in person for a long time. I'm going next year. I think that's like TCE's headquarters moving forward.
Yeah,
like that tournament, we just have to be there. We got to be there for that. All right. I mean, what a fucking game. What a game.
Well, especially because the Big South is less than an hour away if they're going to keep it in Johnson City. So you can bounce back and forth.
That's a great point.
Here, you want me to sum up the SoCon tournament in a nutshell? 2020, East Tennessee State. 2021, Greensboro. 2022, Chattanooga. 23, Furman. 24, Sanford. 25, Wofford. 6 straight different champions. What other league has that? That's fucking crazy. And they're all good programs.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Yeah, it always delivers. It always fucking delivers. Folks, want to tell you the college basketball experience also always delivers. We're part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, and we're giving away $2,000 in our free March Madness bracket competition. I mean, sometimes I have to sit back and think about all the comments we get in a negative way. We're giving away $2,000 in our free March Madness bracket competition. But yet you'll get one complaint because someone probably put it. What was that guy like 2 weeks ago? He's like, I put 10 grand on Furman, Dundee, you pile of shit. It's my fault though.
Shout out to the guy that was giving me shit for taking so many dogs tonight. Dogs went 11-1 tonight and lost by one game by half a point.
Which is why my favorites were crumbling. But we're giving away $2,000. All right. And get this. That's just one side of this, right? So sportsgamblingpodcast.com/bracket to sign up today. Chat, I fully expect you to sign up because it'll be even, I don't know why you wouldn't, because you have a chance to win $2,000, but also the bragging rights. You're going to be competing against us. So it'll be a lot of fun. Also, you can compete against us in our Survivor, where we're giving away 75 grand, winner take all. Enter at splashsports.com/SGPN. Once again, March Madness Survivor, 75K. What are we doing here, folks? Get on over there. We're also brought to you by Edge Boost. Yes, we've partnered up with Edge Boost, the premier Visa debit card for bettors. An Edge Boost card allows you to avoid the hassle of having your card denied at the sportsbook, DFS site, sweepstakes site, racetrack, or casino. Plus, you're going to earn up to $750 per month in cashback rewards for using your Edge Boost card. And you know your money is safe as the card is FDIC insured. And the best part is no credit checks. It's completely free. Not going to find out all that shit you're hiding, all that dirt you're fucking hiding from your fucking wife, your fucking kids, all that shit. They're not going to find out. Even the company, they're not going to find out. All right. Sign up today. Use that promo code SGPN so you get better cashback rewards and instant tier 2 status. That's edgeboost.bet promo code SGPN. That's edgeboost.bet promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by mybookie.ag. Yes, MyBookie's your place to bet every single sport. I remember betting on marble races during COVID with MyBookie. They're killing it. Plus props for every game. And MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of different locations, even outside of the States. It's easy to deposit. You get lightning fast payouts using crypto. So head on over to mybookie.ag with the promo code TCESGPN. That's our promo code. You're going to get 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Plus, they're going to give you a little $10 casino chip. Once again, that's mybookie.ag, promo code TCESGPN. All right, we are back. And we had a lock battle that I won. Troy, the Trojan men, 94, Arkansas State 81. Score is a little deceiving. Kind of like a 4 or 5 point game, in my opinion. Great game. Watched every second of it. And I think as I was watching this game, and I don't know that I can say the same for Wofford, because I don't know what type of seed Wofford's going to get, but I think Troy could be live in March.
Hell yeah. They're tough, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did they Scott Cross out coach Hodgson tonight? I thought they punked Arkansas State down the stretch. I thought their zone really bothered them, and Arkansas State, like Nate Oates teams in Alabama, shot way too many goddamn threes and lost all the momentum. And then Troy just kept driving the ball downhill. Rigsby was awesome. Conaway was awesome. That's a dangerous team, man. And Scott Cross is a damn good coach. He got fucked at UT Arlington. That was a joke.
He did.
He was like 27-9, and they fired him because he was a 1 seed and he got upset. He's a really good coach, and he's done a great job at Troy.
Conaway, dog.
Dude, he's a bit. So is Rigsby. I mean, team. If they're a 14, 15 seed, you're the 2 or 3. That's one you see on Selection Sunday TV, and you that's not exactly the 14, 15 I wanted to draw. They have athletes and they have toughness, and they're old too.
I will say for the SoCon, like, you know, as I always try to root for the SoCon, and I was like, man, Wofford with their record is going to get they're going to get a 15.
Yeah, they're not vintage. They're not like Fletcher McGee Wofford. But they do play hard, and they do have some size. But yeah, I'm with you. I don't think they can. They're nowhere near as dangerous as Troy. Yeah, agreed. Shout out to AJ South. You guys are my favorite podcast on YouTube. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you tuning in. I mean, man, that game was fire. Next up, what was this, man? I can't even remember if I locked it up on the show last night, but I went in today. Idaho State loses by 20 to Montana State. What? Idaho State is like just when I'm starting to believe that they're turning a corner. You know what I mean? Like I'm starting to think like, okay, this program's on the way up. Yeah. Man, I did not think. I mean, they're 2.5 hours from fucking Boise. I did not think they would just get fucking boat raced here by I know Montana State's better than their record, but still, I didn't think this would happen. This was a wire to wire ass whooping. Your thoughts on the Bobcats putting it on them? Do you know the Bobcats have won 10 straight at Starch Madness? They're a good program, man. They fucking Danny Sprinkle. Back to Danny Sprinkle. Yeah. Well, and then The dude now, God, I'm drawing a blank on his name. How to pronounce it? Logie.
Loggy. Isn't it
last
Loggy?
year.
I think it's
Loggy
Loggy.
or Logie.
Yeah.
They fucking won the shit as a 4 seed last year. So they figured it out once we get to our, Starch Madness, and they beat the fuck out of them. Tonight. That was an ass. Don't worry, the other Idaho through.
Well, I was on the wrong side of that too, dude. Now the Nazis did hit for me, but good God, this game was insane. The Nazis cover by a half a point.
The only favorite to cover, Hitler.
In overtime, by the way. They cover by a half a point in overtime. You feel, if you're an iDub fan, and I know I got some fans that are iDub fans, Dylan Heyman was a dog tonight. No one deserved to lose this game, but someone's got to lose it. Jamal West for the Nazis. 17 points, 10 boards, 3 blocks, 3 steals, getting it done. God damn, I love this sport. This game was awesome. I hit the bet, but just the game, whether I bet it or not, it's everything that is great about the fucking sport is a game like this. Your thoughts?
You know, the Southland has had 4 games in the last 2 nights. All 4 have either gone to overtime or been a 1-possession buzzer beater. This conference is quietly like producing some of the best goddamn games.
Yeah. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Felt very fortunate in many ways to hit that. I thought we had it at one point even before that, but yeah. Then we did cash Pepperdine.
No, I lost.
Oh yeah, we battled here. I forgot.
You're so fucking lucky.
I forgot. A deep run late into the game. Sorry, I cashed on Pepperdine. That's what great teams do.
Get the fuck out of here. It was 28 points with like 4 minutes left, and fucking Randy Bennett took his starters out. That prick.
Show some class. The Pepperdine people have had their goddamn houses burnt down. All right, their fucking churches, their fucking, Whole Foods.
That shit was hilarious.
I
was ready to fucking check that off as a win. I'm like, oh, St. Mary's up 28. They're gonna choke them out. And then I was like, wow, Pepperdine's really gonna backdoor this shit.
What was that one? What was that run? It was like an 18-2 run or something, 16-2 run to end the game.
It's
beautiful,
like,
absolutely fucking beautiful. This one, dude, this one should have hit for us. You can't convince me otherwise. 10-point lead at the half. Wilmington 68, Charleston 67. Good God, make some fucking free throws, Wilmington.
How about the fucker for Charleston makes a 3 at the buzzer? Fuck that. This is such a bullshit loss. They're up 13. They controlled the game.
This was a brutal beat, man.
Yeah.
Brutal fucking beat.
This is the worst beat of the night. Wilmington was clearly the right side. Lucky as hell.
I don't know. Oakland was pretty fucking bad, dude.
Yeah.
It's either this or Oakland, right?
Yeah. I guess maybe it just pisses you off more because Wilmington won but didn't cover.
Yeah.
And it was a buzzer beater because they didn't cover. A meaningless 3 where they stopped playing defense. Did you watch the last 30 seconds of the game?
I did.
Rebound, foul, 90% free throw shooter, misses both.
Free throw.
Oh, they get the offensive rebound, out of bounds, timeout. Oh, we're gonna throw it out of bounds. We're gonna turn it over. Oh, foul again. I go, what the fuck? Does anybody want to win this game? I
got several DMs about Wilmington's rigging this game.
God, I felt like it too. Dude, you have fucking 80 and 90%. Yeah. So Sean and his free throw stats. What about the 80 and 90% free throw shooters that miss free throws? You can't account for that.
Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. 1 point game, though, another game that delivered. And then this game, which I just want the good people to know. If you caught me on the SGP show yesterday, I came into the show planning on taking Youngstown State, right? Which I did this show after that. So, EJ Farmer is part of this gambling probe. They're leading scorer, so he did not play tonight. That's what swayed me over to Cleveland State. of course, this was a rock fight of really like way more of a rock fight than I thought it was going to be. Youngstown wins. I get so frustrated at plays like this because like I wanted to take Youngstown. But you get the news that the fucking leading scorer is not going to play and they don't know why. Then I bounce off of it because I'm like, okay. Very frustrating. But I mean, shout out to the Penguins for getting it done against Cleveland State in just an absolute rock fight. I mean, how about the Youngstown State won the game shooting 52% from the free throw line. Your thoughts on this one?
Total rock fight, and they win it on a 4-point play.
Yeah. That sums up the entire game in a way.
He tackled the dude. Like,
yeah.
What kind of defense is that? He just runs right through him, and then boom, he makes it. I don't know how he made it when he got tackled, and then he makes a free throw, and then Cleveland State did the nice time of possession. They got 4 or 5 shots on the rim in the last 30 seconds, never gave the ball back to Youngstown, but never actually put the ball in the hoop. So they lost.
Yeah.
Hilarious game. Shout out to Ethan Faulkner, year number 1, getting the Penguins to their first ever Horizon title.
This is a tough day for me, man. This is my first time eating shit in a while. And I ate it like that one was probably, in my opinion, the one that bothered me the most because I wanted to bet Youngstown before that news. You know what I mean? So this fucking Portland State coach, next time you go to talk shit, maybe you hold back. Maybe you hold back. And we're going to fucking dominate. This reminds me of when, remember when I might be dating myself here, but the Seahawks and the Packers played in the NFL. And yeah, he's like, we want the ball. We're going to win. It was like next play, pick 6, Al Harris to the house. Portland State. What a way to lose your fucking season. Just get your ass whooped by Idaho. That's what I'm saying, man. I thought there was a value in taking a future on them. I took a future on them. So it's like bum ass program. Can't talk shit going into the tournament. You talk shit when you win the tournament.
He said they're going to kick their ass and they got blown out by, this was never a game. They were honestly, the Big Sky games were identical.
They were.
The one team got
that's up the one conference that didn't deliver. I mean, there were upsets, but they didn't deliver as far as like great basketball games.
Oh, they were horrible tonight.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sets up a good Final Four, though. I mean, Montana State, Northern Colorado, Idaho, Montana. Let's go.
It does. And then the nightcap, you took me down in a lock battle as the Dons of San Francisco cover. They only lose by 9 with no Marcus Williams. Yeah, I mean, this was a little dicey. I mean, I almost was able to steal this in a way. But yeah, it stayed within that number pretty much the entire game. San Francisco next time, you know, I kind of like San Francisco's program over the course of my life, but with them being so stupid, I think they deserve this loss.
It's hilarious that they play better in Spokane and Spokane South. That's what I call Vegas, because it's all Gonzaga. That was a Gonzaga home game. And they suck against Gonzaga when they play them in that bullshit NBA arena.
Yeah.
They've covered like 5 in a row against the Zags in the WCC tournament. They've covered like 6 in a row in Spokane. I'm just going to make that on our notes next year for the flow chart. We're going to take San Fran on the road, and then we're going to fade the shit out of them when they play in that dumb NBA arena again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hilarious.
Yeah. Shout out to Eli Cox. Fade these guys' picks and you win big every night. Well, then thank you. You pay us. And I hope you make $1 million. This is my first losing night in I think 16 days. But yeah, I appreciate you tuning in, buddy. The beauty is that you pay us indirectly. By you jumping in here and saying this, you pay us. So who really wins? All right, buddy. Nice photo, by the way. Is that your band?
Yeah. Is that his coloring book in the background? Fucking marbles. Jack.
We got the Zags. We got St. Mary's tomorrow, and you were right. We'll get to that line, but I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Anyway, let's get to game balls. Let's only do 3 because there's only 12 games. Where are you going?
Let's go Delaware. What this month is all about. Just watch this Delaware team. It's remarkable.
Yeah. I mean, that's got to be game ball 1. Number 2 is going to be Wofford.
Yeah.
Talk about a gut punch. You battle back down 6 with 2 minutes left, going like a 10-0 or 10-2 run, I think it was. Shout out to the Terriers of Wofford dancing. Where are you going next?
I will go Troy, getting it done over Arkansas State, back and forth. They're dancing. That's a fun team. I'm looking forward to seeing what draw they get.
Yeah, Youngstown State. You're without your top scorer because he got some side piece in a different way.
Put a parlay down.
But you got that. That might be the best side piece you can get in Youngstown, by the way. Yeah, I mean, talk about adversity to come up with that dub there. You're in the championship game. You're 1 win away. You lost your coach last year, who's killing it at Utah State. Unbelievable. Game ball. Where are you going next?
I think we're done.
Oh, did we do 3?
Yeah, we did 4.
Did we? You're fucking high. What are you talking
4
about?
total? Or are we doing 3 each?
3 each, I thought.
Oh, we do that every night.
Yeah.
You made it sound like it was. I thought you meant like 3 total.
Yeah, well, maybe, okay. Well, whatever. We can end it now too.
Robert Morris gets a game ball. That fucking comeback, unreal.
Yeah.
We're gonna finish it off with the 6-game ball. There's actually a lot of candidates tonight, so it wasn't hard on this one.
It's gonna be. Man, it's tricky. Give me the Nazis. The Nazis got it done. I thought for a second they should have cut. For a second I thought we were going to cover in regulation, then not, and then it got a little dicey. So the Nazis getting it done against Dub. Game ball. Let's go. All right, folks. Before we get to tomorrow's slate, I want to tell you the college basketball experience is brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm is throwing an epic March Madness party, and guess what? You, even that jackass in the chat who's talking shit, he's invited. Yes, you and your whole band. All right, come on out there. All right, I'll buy you a drink. Sort of free drinks are included, of course. All Rhythm users are invited to a first 4 watch party Wednesday, March 19th at the fantastic, awesome Stadium Swim at Circuit Las Vegas. Yes, free drinks. You get to hang out with us. You can talk your shit. You can pass out your CD, your demo for your shitty college band that you're in. Yeah, come on out. All right. And it gets better. Rhythm's also giving away a $250 March Madness future for one random lucky Rhythm user. Even if you can't make the party, you can still hit with your future bet. Come by and use Rhythm to help you fill out your bracket and make some bets while you're at it. What do you got going on, right? And let me tell you, Rhythm's March Madness stats and success from a year ago were pretty fire. They had UConn winning it all, of course, and they also had Duquesne, NC State, and Oakland upsets. 45% of the Rhythm brackets had NC State reaching the Sweet 16. So what are you doing? There's a free party, free drinks, chance to win $250 future bet. And you get to call me a gap-toothed motherfucker. All right. Go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/potty for the details. Once again, that's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/potty. Next up, we're brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Man, the college hoops angles on Underdog Fantasy are top notch. If you haven't looked into the stat projections and stuff they got over there, you need to. They also have NHL, NBA, UFL, CFL, MMA, PGA, college football, NFL, everything really. And they're offering a great Luka discount for every Laker home game the rest of the season. So check it on out. Sign up with our promo code TCESGPN to claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus credits. Once again, underdogfantasy.com, promo code TCESGPN. All right. We are back. And before we get to the games, which by the way, I do not have slides for the games because we didn't know a lot of the games. And we got futures conference futures. Let's get into this. Wait. I believe we have a drop for this 16. One. Yeah. I believe we have a drop for this. The question is where on the soundboard is it? Hang on. But we got a bunch of tournaments. We got day basketball all through the fucking day, essentially here, especially if you're on the West or the Mountain Time. You're just waking up to it on, but
it's Division I football. It's the Big 12. It ain't intramurals. You got 2 weeks after finals. You got a week in July 4th, and you got a week before camp starts. That's a month. That's probably more vacation than you guys get. And we're a little bummed out that we don't get 3 weeks. Go play intramurals, brother.
Go play intramurals. Yes, we have the Big 12 championship and the Big 12 tournament going on, obviously ahead of us. Eli Cox says, you're right. Nobody wants me in here. You sound dumb. Just shut the fuck up. Great comeback, buddy. Great comeback. It's a scorcher right there. But you're in here, buddy. You are paying me. So I think I rest my case.
He already liked and subscribed.
Yeah, it's okay. I probably fucked his wife at some point in my life. Strong chance. Minus 10,000 odds.
That guy doesn't have a wife. Yeah. He's living in his parents' house.
If he has a wife,
he's at his
you never know. College band, sometimes probably Christian rock. You know what I mean? I could see it. I could see him, I could see, you a lot of dumb, you watch it all the time. You know what I mean? It's like people joining cults and shit, It's a lot of.
He's a Friars fan. We all know it. Come on. You're too obvious.
Yeah. Have fun, dude. You paid us already, dude. You paid us. You can't win. I don't give a fuck. You can say the worst things about me. We won. You paid us. I get to sit in a fucking garage and talk college basketball for a living because of you. Think about that. All right. Now go back to your wife if you have one and just know. Been there, done that. All right. Next up, we have this. So this bracket, I understand it's ridiculous. I can't. I mean, at least first off, they have every team, but I'm saying the actual sheet here. If you look at it, you have to squint to see everything. So I'll just rattle off these right here. The odds are this: Houston minus 105, Texas Tech plus 425, Iowa State plus 600, Arizona plus 850, BYU plus 1100, KU plus 1300, Baylor plus 5,000 there. Dub V plus 7,500, K-State plus 20,000, Cincinnati plus 20,000. And then you have page 2, Utah, the Utes, with your boy Josh Eilert plus 2,500 there. Actually, I think that's supposed to be 25,000 and I fucked it up. Yes. UCF is also plus 25,000. TCU is also 25,000. Oklahoma State plus 30,000, Arizona State plus 30,000, the Buffs plus 50,000. Hey, I mean, the Big 12 as good as any. What's my first thought was this:
the crowd matters in this. Like, there's 2 legitimate home courts in this tournament.
I was even going to propose that there could be 3. I was just going to sprinkle Iowa State, Kansas, and Kansas State.
I'll just do the first. I don't think K-State can win it. I don't know if K-State will travel as much as we think they will, because they're kind of out on the team. But yeah, I'll keep it simple. Give me the Cyclones 6-1 in the top half, and give me the Jayhawks, who actually got a pretty good draw, 13-1. They don't play Texas Tech or Houston or Iowa State, the three teams that have given them fits. So yeah, give me the Cyclones and Jayhawks, the two home teams that have dominated this tournament for years and years.
I'm with you. I'm even going to sprinkle a little bit on K-State. Just a little bit on K-State there.
What seed is K-State? Are they 10? Or are they 11?
They are. Well, wait, let me zoom in here.
They're 10. Yeah. Okay. So they would play Baylor. Actually, I'll join you on that one just because Tang knows Scott Drew so well. If they can get by this one tomorrow.
Not only Scott Drew, who's he got after that?
McCaslin, who's also.
Oh yeah. That was part of my logic too, though.
Yeah. Give me K-State as a long, but I think it's a Cyclone Jayhawk final.
And that's the first game to tip tomorrow, Big 12 tournament. We also have the next one going on here, the ACC tournament. Of course, they didn't allow every team because they're a bunch of bitches, but it's okay. We still have this tournament in Charlotte, and it made me fall asleep reading this earlier. But the odds are right here. We got Duke minus 320, Louisville plus 550, Clemson plus 700, Carolina plus 3,000. Remember, this is in Charlotte, folks. SMU, the Mustangs plus 6,000, Wake Forest plus 7,500, the Hokies plus 25,000 there, Virginia plus 25,000, Stanford plus 25,000, Pitt plus 25,000, the Yellow Jackets plus 25,000, Saudi Arabia State plus 25,000, Syracuse, the Orange Men plus 30,000, Notre Dame, the Fighting Irish plus 30,000, and the Cal Golden Bears plus 30,000. Hear me out here.
Where was NC State last year? Were they in that 11?
Yeah, they wouldn't have qualified for this, right? Well, no, because there wasn't 17
teams.
Right? Yeah.
I think they were the 10 seed.
Let me. I kind of like the Saudi Arabia State angle, cannabis. Hear me out here. I think they're Syracuse, right? So then you're asking, can they beat SMU? I think they can beat SMU, and I know I have a screwdriver in my hand, but it's I think they're going to beat SMU. Then they're going to get Clemson. What the hell? I mean, maybe it's possible. Then, like, who are they even playing? Louisville? Saudi Arabia State makes sense to sprinkle some. Now, the other angles to me is North Carolina's going to have this fucking crowd. I just like taking, and I know it's like, you're like, Dundee, you're taking 3 in a lot of these conferences. Yeah, it's worth the sprinkle. Just when you say Florida State, just put, I don't know, $50 on Florida State. I'm going to throw $100 on UNC and Wake Forest though, because I think that's you're almost guaranteed to get one of them. I mean, you think Pitt or Notre Dame can knock off Carolina in Charlotte with the all Carolina crowd? No. I don't think so. So you're guaranteed to get someone basically in the semifinals. You know what I mean? Or they're the lead into the semifinals. Now they got to take on Duke, which is going to suck. But I think I just don't. Clemson makes a little bit of sense to me too. But if you're Clemson, do you really want to win the ACC tournament?
I think they could improve their seed. I mean, if they beat Duke, if they sweep Duke, if they beat Duke twice, that moves the needle for them.
They're not going to beat Duke in Charlotte though.
Probably not. I mean, Duke should. I mean, what was Duke's price again? I didn't even look at Duke just because I figured they were.
No, it was ridiculous. It's minus 320.
Oh, it's actually.
But the Clemson at plus 700 is fucking solid. I think they're the second best team in this conference.
I'll keep it simple. Just give me Louisville and Clemson, and I'll just say I'm going to get a 550 in the championship or a 700 in the championship against Duke.
Yeah, I'll say Carolina Wake, and then sprinkle Saudi Arabia State as a long shot here.
The problem is also like you're playing Duke in a road game. It's like when you play them in the championship. So it's like maybe Duke throws up on themselves one game. Probably not. This league is not challenged Duke for a while.
But hold on, dude. Let's talk about this though, because this tournament surprisingly never goes chalk.
I know.
Georgia Tech.
This big a gap though. They like set the
the year that Carolina and Duke went to the Final Four. Georgia Tech won the ACC tournament.
Yeah, but I mean, like
that was a big gap.
Duke's margin of victory is like the biggest it's ever been.
Fair, but I'm just saying, like the like Georgia Tech was not nowhere near the close that Carolina and Duke were at the time. Yeah. All right. Let's continue on that starts tomorrow. We'll talk about that in a minute. SWAC starts tomorrow. You know, I love me some SWAC. Shout out to the SWAC in Atlanta, Georgia. The odds are this: Southern is plus 165, Jackson State plus 290, Texas Southern plus 600, Bethune-Cookman plus 650, Alabama State plus 650, Florida. I missed a slide on Alcorn State there. I added it to the far right. Alcorn State plus 1,200, by the way. I believe it's not 12,000. It's plus 1,200. Florida A&M plus 1,800. Grambling plus 3,500. Prairie View plus 18,000 there. And Alabama A&M plus 30,000. So the logic, I'm kind of fascinated by this, obviously, as a SWAC specialist. I should be. But, okay, so Southern, I don't want any parts of the Northern bracket. Alabama State swept Southern. Texas Southern is kind of the blue blood at fucking up these teams in this tournament. So I just think Southern's value is not there. Maybe you can talk yourself into Alabama State if they can get past Texas Southern, but I just stayed away from that. My thought process here is give me Jackson State with Mo Williams there plus 290, and then the other play, I'm going to take Alcorn. You look at Alcorn and down the stretch. Now they got to get past Bethune. Honestly, I think Florida A&M, Bethune, Alcorn, and Jackson State could everybody but Prairie View in the south side of the bracket could all be there. But you're getting, so you're looking for the value. Florida A&M, I think, is going to beat Prairie View. I think they're 7-point favorites. They're going to play Jackson State next, though. So I like taking a shot on Alcorn. I think they played better down the stretch than people realize. I think they can get Bethune, and then who knows if Florida A&M gets Jack State. I mean, that could be a game. And if you look, Alcorn's value, like I said, is plus 1,200, not plus 12,000, but plus 1,200, I believe. That's my logic. Is give me two of the south side of the bracket. One of them's bound to get to the championship game, I think. I mean, yes, technically, would it shock me if Bethune ended up there? But your odds aren't as good. So, what are you doing here?
Give me Alabama State and Alcorn. I like the way that both of them finish. Alabama State won like 6 out of 7.
They're good, man. They're good.
Yeah. I hate that they play Texas Southern. But
Southern, you're asking them to beat Southern a third time.
Well, if they get by both of those, they're definitely going to win it.
I agree. I
think they might be the best team in the top.
I agree, but I thought they have the worst spot.
Yeah, it's a tough region.
Yeah.
So, but they have the longest shots out of those. So give me Alabama State and Alcorn.
Yeah. Let's jump to the next one here. The WAC, which starts tomorrow with one on campus game. They have one on campus game tomorrow.
At the lower seed. It's not even at the higher seed.
But it's a rivalry game. I'm assuming, because those are located like within like 2 miles, I feel like. I'm assuming the gym was scheduled for something else. Why else? I was baffled by this. I spent way too much time trying to research this. Couldn't find anything. But Utah Tech, we'll get to that. I'm surprised how much of a favorite they are.
What's that about?
I just baffled at this. Yeah. So the odds in the WAC, after that, they go to Vegas, by the way. Utah Valley plus 240 as the 1 seed. I repeat, Utah Valley at plus 140 as the 1 seed. The 2 seed, Grand Canyon, who I feel like we should mention this before you just, I know that their fans travel well.
Yeah, it's like Gonzaga in that tournament.
But their best player, Tyon Grant Foster, is part of this gambling thing. Why would you take the plus 130? I don't feel good about them without their top fucking player. You still like them with that? Like I'm paranoid on that. I don't know. I know Rob's saying they're going to sleepwalk through this championship. I don't know if I'm there on that, man. I think this is a team that to me hasn't looked great this year. Yes, they have that home edge, but now you're without your best player. And I think that honestly, I think some of those teams further down, it's worth a sprinkle on. And I'll go back to the bracket in a second. But anyway, Seattle's plus 500, Cal Baptist plus 600, Abilene Christian plus 1900, Arlington plus 3000, Tarleton State plus 8000, Dixie State plus 18,000, and the Thunderbirds of Southern Utah plus 30,000. See, you go back to the bracket here, man. And I'm like, wait, Grand Canyon's playing Arlington without their best player. Then they have to play, I think it's going to be Tarleton. But even if not, Cal Baptist has been red hot to end the fucking season, right? I don't know, man. You're asking that. I think that like I would much rather be in the top side of this bracket. I will take, I mean, I feel like Valley should be able to coast in. The question dog wise though, man, you know what? I'm just going to take Valley and Abilene because I think one of them are going. I think Abilene's going to beat Seattle. One of these teams is going to be in this WAC championship. What are you doing here?
I'm taking Grand Canyon. I think that they still are on another level roster wise. Foster may be back. I don't know yet, but I think the line is also telling, just like Gonzaga.
But wait, he may be back, but isn't it phony the way he's out? It screams the gambling thing. Marcus Williams.
I mean, we're speculating. I think we think that, but
well, the reason why I said it is to me when I see it and it says non-injury related. Well, what the fuck could that be?
Shit, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Maybe not everything is a gambling scandal nowadays. They're going to be the home team, and I see how lit that environment gets. So just I'm going to take Grand Canyon at plus money.
All right.
Just one.
All right. Next up, we go to tomorrow, the MAAAC in the AC, Atlantic City. Perfect location. Oh, I mean, tickets should be $1. They give you 3 beers, a hot dog, some meth, and a prostitute for $1 ticket. All right. She might not have any teeth, but it's okay. Maybe one. This is a interesting little bracket because, the 1 seed is Quinnipiac, right?
They're on upset alert.
Well, they're terrible away from home, and even Vegas is telling you they're not even favored. Merrimack is favored. Merrimack was terrible to end the season. So then you get Gallagher and Manhattan, the Jaspers, who are not the 3 seed, might I add, plus 600. Iona plus 800. Mount St. Mary's, what? Am I crazy, or should we be betting Mount St. Mary's at plus 950? Fucking Sacred Heart is at 1100. Marist plus 1200, which quite hilarious. The Siena, the St. Bernard's plus 1600. Ryder, the moving company, plus 5,000, and the Fairfield Stags plus 10,000. Buckle the fuck up, because when I look at this bracket, I am intrigued. I don't think Quinnipiac's going anywhere. I like Manhattan off the top side of it, but I don't even know. I think that Iona game is a game. I got no idea on the top side. I'm just telling you this. Mount St. Mary's is the one that I think is misvalued. I think Mount St. Mary's is playing the best ball out of any of the teams in the south side of the bracket down the stretch. So I will load up on the Mount at plus 950, but I am going to take some action on the north side of the bracket here. Give me Gallagher and Manhattan plus 600. I think they're telling you by overvaluing them based on their seeding. They're telling you. What are you doing here?
I think I like the Mount to your point in the bottom half.
950 is pretty damn good, especially considering Marist has been ass away from home.
Yep.
You know, like they've had some lucky wins.
And I just think that they're not that. I mean, them and Merrimack, I think that's a flip of a coin. So, yeah, give me the Mount in the bottom half. Top half, let's get crazy. Give me Siena. Give me Siena.
Jerry Mack magic, baby.
Yeah. Siena wins the tournament. Siena comes from the 9 seed. They beat Mount St. Mary's in the final. 16-1. Let's go, Siena. St. Bernard's.
There we go. Shout out to Silver Bullet giving us $20. Here's some cash if you keep this in the roadie and a Christian rock group and his wife, who had minus 10K relations with and only if Matt calls you a canyon tooth jack fired truck. I know it's an unusual request, but you got to call me a canyon tooth jack fired truck, motherfucker. That shit's hard after I had a couple drinks tonight. God damn it. Cameron tooth jack fired truck. I can't talk. Appreciate you, Silver Bullet. And yeah, man, you're the man. All right, next up, let's jump to the CUSA.
There's a shitload of tourneys starting tomorrow.
I know. The CU in Huntsville, Alabama. They got a rocket ship on the fucking logo. Now you're winning me over. All right. I think there's a ton of opportunity in this conference, by the way. The odds, the Flaming Libs of Liberty, plus 115. New Mexico State, what? Plus 500. Middle Tennessee, plus 600. Jacksonville State, plus 800. La Tech, plus 1,200. Kennesaw, plus 1,400. The tops of Western Kentucky, plus 2,200. UTEP, tink. The Miners, plus 2,500. Sam Houston State, plus 6,000. And the Sun Blazers of Florida International, the Airport, plus 25,000. Let's go back to the bracket because one thing that jumps out to me here. So let me get this straight. UTEP beat Liberty at Liberty. Sam Houston, didn't they lose by 2?
Yeah, Liberty's going to have a hard game.
That's Liberty got the worst fucking side of this bracket.
Yep.
I look at the other side. I say, okay, the tops will beat FIU, maybe. But I kind of like Jack State's spot because Jack State's going to play. First off, the Middle Tennessee La Tech game I think might be the hardest game to predict out of any conference tournament game. And then you have, to me, the one that jumps out to me is the miss seeding. Like from a odds point of view, I think Kennesaw State plus 1,400 is fucking juicy, man.
Yeah,
I think they've been a good team all year. I am going to take Kennesaw plus 1,400. I mean, the Jacksonville State angle.
It's Ray Harper.
I might even bet 3 futures. I think Sam Houston's worth that sprinkle, man. Sam Houston has been playing a lot better. Put $20, $50, something on Sam Houston. But the other ones, I think you go full investment in. When I look at it, so Jack State is in the south side of the bracket. They're going to get that. I think I like the Jack State side, and I'm going to take Kennesaw. But I think you might as well just throw a little bit of a sprinkle on Sam Houston with the way they've been playing down the stretch.
I like Jack State because of Ray Harper, and then I like to sprinkle on Kennesaw, and then I'm going to sprinkle on La Tech. They came in as the favorite going into this league, way underachieved in the 6th seed. New season is they're still talented. Maybe they can put it together. Like you said, they're a very high variance team. So, yeah, give me 3 futures in this one. I'm going to fade Liberty.
Yeah, let's go. All right.
What the fuck? The game's in Alabama.
Yeah, I don't know. And especially they got to draw UTEP or Sam Houston, who has played them well.
And Kennesaw fucking won at Liberty and at Jack State to end the year.
I'm with Matt Dix. This tournament's kind of underrated to me. Like for this season, I'm going to say every team can win it except the Airport.
Yeah.
It wouldn't.
The tops are going to travel. The fans are going to travel.
Yeah. I even think like Sam Houston and UTEP. Like UTEP's lost like 7 in a row, but I still think Joe Golding's been to the tournament before. They play defense pretty well. It wouldn't shock me. They already won at Liberty, so it wouldn't shock me if they made that run. So I think 9 teams are live in this thing. All right, folks. We did that. I don't have slides for the games. My apologies. It's just I've been on a shit ton of shows, so it's tough to do everything at once here. But let's get into the madness here with the first game starting at 12:30 Eastern with Cincinnati laying. Wow, this jumped up a point since I did the SGP show. It's now 6.5. It was 5.5 an hour ago. Against Oklahoma State, obviously Kansas City, Missouri. They just played on March 8th, where Oklahoma State won by 11, and I will lock up Cincinnati minus 6.5 because it makes no fucking sense. What are you doing here?
Yeah, I'm all over the Bearcats. The Bearcats hit that profile of a team that is completely underachieved. New season, though, they just saw Oklahoma State, and you fade the Cowboys away from Stillwater. Cincy, double digits.
Double lock on these Bearcats. Then we got an epic battle. We saw it. You nailed this one back on February 22nd.
It's a great game.
Notre Dame won 76-72, but now it's at the Spectrum Center where if it's anything like their internet quality, you're fucked. Or if it's anything like their customer service, you're fucked. But Pitt's laying 3.5. This is a lot like the Cincinnati play for me. You're going to hate this. I'm locking up Pitt minus 3.5. Your thoughts here?
Reluctantly, I think I'm going to join you. I think I have a weird feeling Pitt's going to make some fraudulent run, just like the semi.
I don't get brain man.
They'll let everybody down. They'll tickle everybody into thinking that they're good again, but they do suck. I'll lock a Pitt with you.
Now I'm fucking terrified, dude.
Pitt wins meaningless games.
We got a double lock on each shit Pitt. Minus 3.5.
I hate this.
I mean, Notre Dame is off 4 overtimes.
Yes. Say that.
And a win off 4 overtimes. So, SWAC, Atlanta, Georgia. Alabama State's taking on Grambling State. Grambling State's laying 5.5. I will lay it. Alabama A&M's fucking dead to me. Lay it. They beat them by 16 back on March 6th. What are you doing here?
Yeah,
tell me to take it. Okay.
It is a.
I'm not betting this game though. I'm not betting this game.
5.5 number. I'm like, oh god, no bets. Don't be tweeting at me if this pick misses.
But I got a bet here, and I actually like this next one a lot. Colorado's taking on TCU in Kansas City. TCU laying 1.5. Wait a second. Wait, Dundee, what are you talking about here? They just played back on March 8th. Colorado won by 20. Well, I'm locking up TCU and Jamie Dickinson. He's going to make some adjustments. This is. I think this is the best play today, probably. We'll see if I can remember that when we do our recap. But your thoughts?
All right. So my only has. Is it feel too obvious?
There's just no.
Why is the number not 3? But I do agree with you. Sometimes a fucking obvious ass spot wins.
Colorado is winless outside of that stadium. Well, I guess in Hawaii they won against UConn, but against Big 12 opponents, they are winless outside of Folsom or outside of Boulder.
I'm going to join you. Even though it feels like a trap, but I think TCU. Jamie's been good in this tournament over the years too. He's been pretty good for. I mean, he's a good coach. They just got embarrassed. He's going to challenge.
How is this not any different than Cincinnati, Oklahoma State?
Well, because they're the 16 seed, Colorado.
I'm just saying they just played.
The number's 1. That's why I'm like, why is the number not 3?
They just lost by 20 the other day.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah.
TCU. I'm in agreement. Yeah. I'm terrified that like this. Why this line's only 1? But I think TCU should be the right side. They're better and they have the better.
I can see people being, well, how the fuck is Colorado not favored by 10? By 6? So. You know, I mean, I don't know. Double lock TCU. I mean, I actually, this is a scary thought. I like today's board way better than yesterday's board. I mean, I lost on yesterday's board, but I mean, there was along that winning streak I had for over 2 weeks. There was a couple nights I did not feel good about the slate compared to other nights, but I kind of love this spot. I don't understand the line movement. You have to make it make sense to me. Cal is taking on Virginia Tech in Charlotte. They've never been a part of the ACC tournament. Cal has been on the East Coast for a minute now, man.
Yeah, so this is a travel spot. Stay on the road. They did not go back to Cal.
That's not a good thing, though.
I think it's better than going all the way back and then coming back.
But they were at Louisville before that. I mean, you're talking a week now. They've been on the road.
I think it's a new season, though. I think the line's telling. I'm locking Cal. I think Cal's going to put it on them.
I'm going to battle you. I don't understand how the line went from 1.5 to 3.5, though. But I don't care. I think Virginia Tech is actually playing decent ball down the stretch here. So let's go. Another thing is Cal's off of 4 overtimes. We got a battle. Dundee on the Hokies. Mac on the Golden Bears.
What is best in life?
Oh, whoops. March Madness is best in life. Shout out to Willie in the chat. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, that game. I will say the line movement is the scariest element of that. It was like, I thought the Hokies should have been favored, and then the fact that it went the other way to 3.5 is surprising. You labeled this the rig game a minute ago.
This is a rig game.
Utah Tech, Southern Utah. So let me get this straight. Southern Utah swept Utah Tech. Right?
Yep.
They swept them. But the game is at the Burns Arena, which I still haven't got an explanation on why.
14 game losing streak.
What's going on? Why is they had to have a schedule conflict? That's the only way I can make it make sense. And the fact that they're just located within like a 10-minute drive. I mean, what is this game, dude?
Why is
this will actually be lit too, dude?
I know. They're actually going to show up for this game because they hate each other. I'm locking Dixie State because they just played a couple weeks ago. Southern Utah won. They won the first game. Well, the first game actually Dixie should have won. They gave the game away on the road.
I remember we were on that. Yeah,
I don't think they beat them 3 in a row, and I think Dixie. I think the line's telling.
Yeah,
14 game losing streak.
Doesn't make any sense. I'm with you. Double lock. Fucking hilarious.
Rig game. It's a rig game of the day, everybody.
Sienna is at Ryder. I think we both tipped our hand. If you caught me on the SGP show, and I know you just mentioned it, Jerry Mack is magical in the postseason. I see Sienna as the favorite here by 3.5 points right now. In Atlantic City at the Jim Whelan Boardwalk Hall. And Ryder won just on February 8th. I'm going to lock up Sienna minus the points. I think they win by 6 or 7. What are you doing here?
I love Sienna tomorrow. I think this line's a little bit telling. The lower seeded team lying north of a possession. Sienna's been a good up and down team. I like what McNamara's done year one. Ryder's a little bit phony to me. Give me Sienna.
Double lock on these St. Bernards. All right, I'm really excited to watch this next game. Sam Houston State UTEP just played, guys. They just fucking played, and Sam Houston State won by 2. I actually think we had a lock battle over this.
Yeah, I won by the hook.
This is in Huntsville, Alabama. Now that was at the Bear Claw. So UTEP's lost 7 in a row. Sam Houston. I just took a future on them. I'm taking Sam Houston, but this is anyone's game. I fully expect this to be 3 minutes left, 51-51. You know, someone's going to make the plays. I'm not betting this because I could totally see UTEP. They've lost 7 straight, but I'm not going to sit there and tell you I just took a future on San Jose or not San Jose, Sam Houston, just sprinkle a tiny bit just because they've been playing so much better down the stretch. But give me Sam Houston, but I don't feel amazing about this game. I think this is actually one of the best games on like from like this game will be close. You know that both teams know each other. This is one of the better games on the board tomorrow.
It really is. And Sam Houston's been playing well. Give me Sam Houston.
Yeah.
I'll take the other side here.
I know. Other side from before.
1 point game here. No bet. I'm with you. It's a 1 possession game. I really don't have a feel. Whoever wins, I'll be taking against Liberty, is what I'll tell you.
Yeah, I agree. Next up, we have the NEC Championship in New Britain. This line's gone up a point since 2 hours ago, man.
Yeah.
Central Connecticut State's laying 10.5. I can't do it, dude. I can't fucking do it. I will lock up St. Francis plus 10.5. No one should be this big of a favorite in this fucking league. I've watched every tournament game so far. No one should be that big of a favorite. What are you doing here?
I'm gonna battle you. They got their scary game out of the way. They almost choked away that Fair Dick game. St. Francis is a fucking phony. That was the luckiest win against LIU and then Wagner back-to-back games. CCon by 15 plus.
Oh, you're getting wild here. The St. Francis team can play. Where the hell is
the real Blue Devils? This is the best team in Connecticut. The Huskies. They're the best.
What is best in life? Crush your enemies. See them driven before you.
We got a battle in New Britain. Dundee on the Red Flash plus 10.5. Mac on the real Blue Devils. Next up, we got Syracuse, Florida State, taking on Saudi Arabia State. I apologize. I will lay the 3.5 with Saudi Arabia State. Lock it up. You in?
Oh yeah, I think Florida State's going to go on a little bit of a run here, man. They're going to play for the old ball coach. Let's go Knowles.
Double lock. Yeah. I'm going to keep this lock train going. Maine is in Burlington. Vermont.
Don't even overthink it.
Vermont's laying 3.5. Double lock. Lay it. And the board continues to speak to me. Arizona State, Kansas State in Kansas City. Kansas State laying 5.5. Arizona State beat them in Manhattan. Kansas State minus 5.5 to play. Lock. You in?
Battle. Everybody's got.
You just took a future on K-State.
I think this is the hardest game. Arizona State's a weird fucking team.
This motherfucker's trying to middle it in Kansas City.
Hey, I don't think it's going to be that big a crowd. They're playing on Tuesday. Like it's not like Iowa State and Kansas. I'm all over Arizona State. New season, playing for Hurley's job. Arizona State. Who wants to bet on Arizona State tomorrow? I bet you not a lot of people.
The middle spot just absolutely fucking hilarious. You took a future on them, and now you're banking on it falling between 1 and 5.
It could happen.
It could, but I appreciate it. I appreciate what you're trying to do. I think it's fantastic.
Oh, we got a problem. Now we got a problem.
We got a battle, folks. Dundee on these Wildcats. Mac on these Sun Devils. Next, we go to Lake Charles, Louisiana, where McNeese State is laying 17 points against Northwestern State. I have to take the points. They got to play yesterday. I'm not betting this though, but you could talk me into it maybe.
Last time they played in Lake Charles, I think they lost by 10 or whatever. It was a 5-point game with like 5 minutes left. The hardest game, in my opinion, for McNeese will be tomorrow night, because they're looking ahead to the championship off the extended rest. Northwestern State's already played a game. I like Northwestern State plus the points. I think this is a game. I think this is a game.
Let's go. Double lock these demons. In-state battle. Let's go. And then we get to it. Washington, D.C., the nation's capital, and home to Delaware UNC Wilmington. The CAA championship game. Wilmington's laid 8.5. That's ridiculous. I have to bet Delaware. It's just too much. Well, that number is too much.
You know who Delaware's last loss is to?
Wilmington.
By 30 on senior day.
I'm going back. Give me Delaware plus the points. You win?
Wilmington by 20. This happened last year with UAB and Temple. UAB beat him, and then Temple went on the run, and then they met in the finals, and then UAB beat him by a zillion. I think Wilmington smacks him.
We got a battle in D.C. Dundee on the Blue Hens. Mac on Wilmington. Next up, Youngstown State, Robert Morris, the championship in the horizon in Indianapolis, Indiana. Bob Morris laying 3.5. Give me Youngstown State. I refuse to believe the horizon will do 2 1 seeds back-to-back years, but I will not bet this game.
I'll bet Youngstown with the points. I think we one possession. If not, Youngstown wins. They got an identity defensively. Last time they played, they split the regular season. The one Bob Morris won was by 2 points. I think it's a 2-point game either way. Youngstown shocks the world tomorrow. Let's go Penguins.
Money Mac, lock it up. You know what? Fuck it. Double lock. It's a championship game. I want to watch every
Robert
second.
Morris is a producer play tomorrow. Guarantee it.
I'm in. Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. Penguins. Calhoun didn't get him to the dance. He always won the regular season. Faulkner, year number 1, is going to get him to the dance. Carry on the legacy.
Let's go. Let's go. Fairfield and fucking Sacred Heart are doing battle in Atlantic City. Both these teams from Fairfield, Connecticut there. They just fucking played and Sacred Heart beat them by 21 and the line is just 4.5. For that alone, actually, no. Fairfield sucks away from home. Give me Sacred Heart, but I feel like the line is telling you to take Fairfield. No bet here.
Yeah, I'll take Fairfield. No bet.
Prairie View, the Panthers are in Atlanta, Georgia, taking on Florida A&M. Florida A&M's laying 7.5. I will lay the 7.5, but still not betting this either. Lay it.
Lay it. No bet.
And last but not least, I stand corrected. There's 5 more games. Florida International, the Sunblazers are taking on the Tops of Western Kentucky. It's crazy. I thought this line would be like 6.5, 7. It's 4.5. What is this? When we projected this, I think I actually had it at 7.5.
Which game is this?
Florida International, Western Kentucky.
Yeah, this line kind of stinks.
Give me the airport plus the points.
Okay, Western's been an up and down fucking. I kind of want to bet FIU.
The line is like 2 or 3 points off, in my opinion.
Yeah, and FIU, I mean, they split the regular season. Give me FIU new season here, fighting for Ballard's job. FIU picks them off.
You're locking it?
Yeah, Western's been so up and down. This is the kind of game they lose.
Monolod Mac, lock it up. The Sunblazers of Florida International. I'll take it. No bet though. Next we have the Albany Great Danes taking on the Bryant Bulldogs. Bryant's laying 9.5. Stop it.
Get the fuck out of here, Albany.
I will lock up Albany plus 9.5. I actually wouldn't even be shocked if they won this fucking thing outright. Double lock, Albany in the points. And next we go to Boise, Idaho. Starch Madness. Montana State's catching 4.5 against Northern Colorado. What could go wrong? I'm going to lock up Northern Colorado minus 4.5. You want to do battle? What are you doing here?
I like that Northern Colorado had the day off. Get their legs back under them. I think that they catch Montana State in a good spot here. I think they end the streak. I think they win by 6-7. I'll join you. I'll go some chalk here.
Double lock on these Bears. Then we have the WCC championship. Now, I was on air when this line came out. It was 4.5 then. Gonzaga was laying 4.5. I'm seeing 3.5 right now. The Zags are laying 3.5 in Las Vegas, Nevada against St. Mary's, who has swept them twice. This proves your point earlier, a couple weeks back, when you said you think they'll be somewhere around this number. It's I have to take Gonzaga based off of this number.
It's a home game. They're gonna beat them in Spokane and in Spokane South.
Well, they beat them Spokane two years in a row.
Yeah, are they gonna beat them in Vegas too? I get. Wait, no, yeah, the Zags beat them in St. Mary's last year.
That's what I'm saying.
They ain't gonna beat them again. I think
the line is telling you to bet Gonzaga.
Yeah,
I will bet Gonzaga based off of the line making no fucking sense.
And the Zags didn't play well tonight. I think we get the Zags' best effort.
We have to bet it. It makes no sense.
I will
double bet, double lock, double down on the Zags. Triple down, I guess it would be. -3.5 against St. Mary's.
St. Mary's has never beat them 3 in a row. 3 in one season. Never happened. It ain't happening tomorrow. Zags.
Imagine if we do lose. I'm like down 500 on St. Mary's Gonzaga games. UCF, Utah in Kansas City. Utah's laying 2.5. I'm actually going to lay it with Utah. No bet. What are you doing here?
I was thinking about this one. I think I want to bet Utah because UCF was the last game that ended Craig Smith's tenure there. I think they get up for their coach here. I thought they played well in the Holy War the other night too.
They did.
Yeah. Initially I was thinking UCF, but the more and more I think about it, I think Utah is the right side. A get up spot for Eilert in Kansas City and for Craig Smith. Give me Utah. Lock it up.
Oh, I'm not locking this, but yeah. Mac, lock it up, Utah. I'm taking Utah, but no lock. This game is fucking fire right here. The Nazis of Nichols are taking on Lamar. Lamar's laying 1.5. Lamar just won by 2. I'm going to lock up the Nazis again. This game's awesome, though. I think this game is awesome. This might be one of my favorite games of the day. As far as like top ones I want to watch. What are you doing here?
Yeah, Lamar beat him the last game of the year.
That was like a near buzzer beater, I believe.
They pulled away late. They beat him the first 2 times. I'm with you. Let's take the Nazis here. Let's go Nichols.
Double lock with the Nichols Nazis. Then we have the Idaho Vandals taking on Montana and Boise Starch Madness. Montana's laying 5.5. I'm going to lay it, but I'm not going to lock it because Idaho's going to have the fucking crowd. I think Montana's way better than Idaho, but that crowd momentum could be a factor. What are you doing here?
I will bet Montana. I'm laying the chalk in the Big Sky tomorrow.
Dude, I think Montana's way better than Idaho.
The 2 games, Idaho Montana only beat them by a combined 7 points. I'm going to fade. Like I said, I'm going to take the team that's got more rest here, better athletes, better roster. I think they come in locked in, and we get Northern Colorado, Montana championship game.
That's a standalone game. We have to bet this, huh?
Yep.
All right, Grizz, double lock. Let's go. Come on, Grizz. Got my future on you. Don't fuck this up. And that is our slate. Top plays of the night. What are we giving away? 4? 4.
You can go 5.
5? All right, 5. The top plays of the night to me are, well, I love TCU. That's 1. 2, Florida, Saudi Arabia State. 3, Vermont. 4, 4, give me Northern Colorado. Man, all fucking favorites, right? Taking any dogs here?
I mean, the dogs went 11-1 today. It might be a chalky day tomorrow.
At 5, I will go. With Delaware. 1 dog. Get 1 dog in there. Fire, Mac.
Gonzaga is going to get their revenge finally for us. Albany, Vermont, Siena, and Dixie.
There we go.
The two stinkers. Those 2 stinkers. Why are those 2 laying 3.5? I'll just ride with that. Fucking stinky ass.
Makes sense. How about a stink parlay?
Dixie, Siena, who else? Cal? Cal's a stinker.
Well, no, I'm on the other side of that one. So you got to do Dixie, Siena. There was one more, I thought.
FIU.
Yeah. Dixie, Siena, FIU. Or shit, it's Gonzaga. No, Dixie, Siena, Gonzaga.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do that. That's the parlay. Folks, we're out of here. Good God, we got games starting soon. We need to sleep. Give Moneyline Mac a follow on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at the Colby D. The college basketball experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. Also check out the college football experience. Still doing episodes year round, always. And the college baseball experience. Big weekend ahead. Yeah. Also check out the sports gambling podcast. And if you're in Vegas, let us know. We're going to be out there on, what's that opening, the playing games that went. I mean, I'll be there all week. So just let me know. We got some merch we can give you, all that good stuff. Buy you a drink, a cocktail. But yeah, looking forward to a fire slate. What is happening with the soundboard here? As it just forced me to exit. What the fuck just happened? Okay, there we go. Till next time, folks. This is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here.
My celly's off, so I can't be found. I'm on a worldwide tour, touring every fucking curtain down. They say the Lord watches over my sins, over my head, watching hair as it thins, over the ledge, it ain't letting me in. There's still regiments and relevance to letting me win. Win, lose or draw. You ain't prepared unless you all ready to lose it all. Losing a brawl? Yeah, that's a ride a day. Good friends know my Nina Hideaway. They came and went, but the riders stay. So it's like I won the lottery and can't be found until I resurface with the latest purchase. 33 and a third and 45 circles. You ain't got that shit, and I ain't 45 king. But on the beats, I've been doing my thing. When I start the program and the doorbell ring, I gotta leave town to a place I can't be found. My celly's off, so I can't be found. I'm on a worldwide tour, touring every fucking curtain down. American dreams, lessons, and still they work. I guess the sand on the beach still was really dirt. Now I'm going home, flying over Rome at 30,000 feet. Like, damn, is that really Earth? I see the killers work on walls, familiar turf. Got a little school in graph, 101 was first. Got a little school in math, didn't really work. But put the numbers on the block and I make them hurt. Any block is my stomping ground where my people lay low so they can't be found. They don't want to be. Ain't from the crew, but I'm honored. Liquid, soul assassin, harmony. Type of armory that's more than a shield. Type of armory's DeLorean steel. Type of warriors ill. So true to my sound, but dig deep so it can't be found.